So here we are taking the example of a group by clause. Group by clause individually taken with respect to table, then followed by group by with order by, and then group by with having. We can have group by with three types of combinations. So initially let us take the case of a group by a clause alone without order by and having. So for that will be the first example, that it has follows this particular syntax, that is select the column field names from the table name, then follow group by this particular field names. If the grouping is actually means that it sorts out a particular field. If it is in alphabetic order, then it will be a name of a company or a name of a place or a name of an individual. So that will be grouped up in the ascending order. So based on that, other fields will be taking its fields in the column 1 and column 2. So that is the first example. So let us visualize first example of it. So here is such an example. Select name max salary as max salary from the customer group by name. So here we are putting an alias so that this field will not be empty when we debug the query. So it will show max salary, that max salary person in the table. Here grouping of the names with the intention is that, suppose if the name of the people start with the same alphabet or maybe repetition of the same names again, out of those people the max salary will be sorted out first. So based on that, the ascending order will follow with respect to name, sorting the max salary of the particular persons in that group. So let us take this particular example of the first thing actually. So we'll just make an query into a query designer window for this particular requirement. So let us take up the query designer in this window, and we'll just copy and paste into the particular database in which we need to execute the query. So in this case, we are interested to put in the sample one. So let us execute the query and see what happens. Yeah, now we can exactly see that. So based on this, so even Hardik was having 2 or 3 times, when Kaushik was having 2 or 3 times, your Ramesh was having 2 or 3 times, out of which the max salary was sorted out. So for Ramesh the max salary was 3, 4. Now one more thing you can notice is that, so each of the names are actually having in ascending order. This is what the grouping of the names. Then followed by the maximum sorting. Then out of several Rameshes, several Hardiks, several Kaushiks, and several Khil and several Rajivs, out of the several people of the same name, the max salary people will be taken out into the listing. So Ramesh with the max salary was 34k. We can sort out like that. See, Ramesh with the max salary was 34k. Another Ramesh was with 2000. It was a small one. So the greater part was taken. So here now the same happened with even the Hardik. Hardik with 89k. There was a Hardik with suitable other combination as well. Hardik was 89 and Hardik with 85. 85 was neglected, so 89 was taken. It was just 85,500. Here it is 89,000. So the max salary 89,000 was taken. So based on that, all the other sortings were done. So now let us take the case of a second case where we are actually restricted to group the name after which followed by the max salaried person. That display should also come in this sequence. So here what we can do is, you can come back to the query once again, and you can copy and paste the query and put it into the debugger window. Yeah. Now you can let's visualize the differences. Now order by max salary persons, here first of all the sorting of the name with respect to the max salaried person will take place, and out of them the maximum salaried person will be sorted out. So that means here the execution of the query will be assessed, the difference will be coming up like this. See here, no more the killan is now the sorting of the name is no more there, but the sorting of the salary is taken first, based on which the other people started getting into the order of the names. So this is specifically the difference between the first and the second. Now let us visualize the third case, where actually what happens is, now we have to specifically set up a range based on which we need to choose the display. So for this case we need to have the having clause, group by followed by having, and we have to set the max salary condition. So this is the particular difference in the last one. So now here only the people with 2000 more will be sorted out. First the max salary will be taken, based on the fielding names will be placed, and strictly with the condition that the people should have more than 2000 of their salaries. So first thing is that we need max salary based on the grouping of the name, then followed by the range consideration. So here the max salary person was, so grouping of the name, the max salary, with respect to each, then followed by the limiting range of the salary which you need to consider, that is above 2000. Now suppose if you take it as 20,000, let us see what the difference comes up in the table. Probably 20,000, we have to see how many such combinations can be there. Oh, see, we can see only such 2 people are having, very few of them. So administrative is not even means 2/3 of the table, let's say. So now we can see about 2,000 we have combination of all these people, 20,000, with having the name, group name, and sorted in the group, and then the value, this value. So this is how the 3 combination of the grouping takes place. One grouping name with a simple field, and a grouping name with the auto by, with a boolean condition, with the aggregate function, then finally by the grouping by of a field with the aggregate function. So these are 3 kind of combinations we generally can use in this for a case of a group by clause.